Welcome into Southeast Polk High School, home of the Southeast Polk Rams. Tonight we've got a dandy of a duel on tap on the mat between the Rams as they welcome in the Johnston Dragons. Of course, this one, a big matchup to open the season up for both of these squads. Johnston finished 5th at the state tournament last year and made a team duel appearance. They lost in the quarterfinals to Waukee Northwest. For the hometown squad, well, they won the team duel championships in 2025. They're also your team champion in Class 3A. And on their squad, once again this year, they have 3 returning champions, including a 2-timer, Nico DeSalvo. And he'll be wrestling at 138 tonight. Looking forward to seeing what he can do as he chases down title number 3 this season as we approach the beginning of the wrestling season, the start of the winter athletic season for Iowa High School athletics. Football season was a pleasure on CISN. We've gotten some basketball rolling already here on CISN. Happy to bring you some great wrestling here from Pleasant Hill at Southeast Polk High School. We'll get ready with, we'll find out what weight class we're starting at and some other items as we get ready here on CISN after the break.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
Employee pricing plus extra DeArmond discounts at DeArmond Ford. New 2024 F-150s with over $20,000 off. Get a new Ford Bronco with $9,000 off plus 3.9% for 72 months. New Bronco Sports on sale for $37,990 plus 3.9% for 72 months. And new Super Duties with $10,000 off. Extra discounts on top of employee pricing. Only at DeArmond Ford, Indianola.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore. And if your old fireplace isn't giving you everything you want, you need to come see us so we can show you Heat & Glow's industry-leading gas fireplace inserts. A Heat & Glow gas insert will convert your old wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace that's easy to use and will warm your house. Come see us soon and get on the schedule for this winter's installations. For the best selection of fireplaces in the state of Iowa, come see Fireplace Superstore, just west of Homeacres on Douglas Avenue.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Joe here with Westside Auto Pros. I know that sometimes your car can be inconsiderate and need work when you're short on cash. So here's what I'll do. When you get your car fixed at Westside Auto Pros, I'll loan you the money to pay for it. Whatever you want done, repairs, services, tires, you name it. Get your car back on the road and you won't even pay any interest for 90 days. My wife thinks I'm nuts.
No interest, Joe? Are you nuts?
Get your car fixed now and pay later only at Westside Auto Pros. You don't suppose she's right?
I'm making a piece. Hey, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.
Run, jump, lift, swim, compete, connect, breathe. Whatever your workout, you'll find it at the Y, plus a whole lot more. Right now, you can try the Y for free. Visit any branch or online at dmymca.org. One membership, endless opportunities. Your YMCA.
Ever have one of those awkward moments when a business disappointed you? You got ripped off? Didn't get what you expected? The Better Business Bureau can help you avoid these uncomfortable situations. BBB accredited businesses are honest, ethical, and reviewed annually by the BBB. Don't experience another awkward moment with a bad business. Trust the ones that operate with integrity. Look for the BBB seal. It's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
And we're we're back at Southeast Polk High School. John Schaefer with you tonight in a big duel, as I mentioned. Johnston taking on the Southeast Polk Rams. Dragons come with one top 8 finisher from state last year. That's Parker Casey. The junior finished 5th at state at 150 pounds back in 2025. Tonight he'll be wrestling at 157. Let's take a look at potential matchups for this evening. We'll start off at 106 tonight, and it'll be Sam White, the senior for Johnston, taking on Amir Newman Winfrey for Southeast Polk. At 113, Jackson Gilbert, the freshman for the Dragons, will battle either Matt Prine or Jackson Vestal. 120, Elijah Johnson, taking on Hollis Brunette. Michael Dye taking on Eddie Woody Jr., the state champ at 106 in 2025. That'll be a 126-pound contest as things are getting set here at Southeast Polk. Both teams getting ready to take the mat, and I think we'll be getting a national anthem here momentarily as well. We'll turn things over to our PA address announcer in just a moment or two as we take a look through the rest of the lineup tonight. We'll hang tight. Southeast Polk about to take the mat here, getting ready for their season opener. As I mentioned, this is a massive CIML showdown in Class 3A. Rams come in, should be favored this year in 3A once again, as they were champs in Class 3A last year, the dual team champs last year as well. Johnston, though, wants to stake some claim and make some noise to open their year. Packed gym here at Southeast Polk High School on CISN once again, and let's turn it over to our PA to get us going.
Southeast Polk Community School District has a no smoking ordinance in effect. Use of tobacco is not allowed anywhere on school grounds. Thank you for your cooperation. The CIML is dedicated to the principles of sportsmanship. It is the responsibility of everyone here tonight to model positive, respectful sportsmanship behavior at all times. Such respect includes the respect for diversity. Discrimination of any kind is not acceptable in the CIML. Participation is a privilege to be earned through sportsmanlike behavior. Southeast Polk would like to welcome the wrestlers from Johnston High School. Tonight's officials are Chris Hatchett, Cole Cremans, and Casey Christensen. And now if you'll please rise and face the flag at the south end of the gym, we'll pay respect to the nation with the playing of our national anthem.
National anthem is in the books. Let's get to our starting lineups and our showdowns tonight. We'll turn it back over to PA.
106 pounds, Johnston, Sam White. For the Rams, Amir Newman Winfrey. 113 pounds for Johnston, Jackson Gilbert. And for the Rams, Jackson Vestal. 120 pounds for Johnston, Elijah Johnson. And for the Rams, Hollis Brunette. At 126 pounds for Johnston, Michael Diet. And for the Rams, Eddie Woody Jr. At 132 pounds for Johnston, Ike Bierman. And for the Rams, Nash Hansen. At 138 pounds for Johnston, Gus Kerwin. And for the Rams, Nico DeSalvo. 144 pounds for Johnston, Adino Diet. And for the Rams, Will Overbrockman. At 150 pounds for Johnston, Wyatt Odell. And for the Rams, Justice Jestaroga. 157 pounds for Johnston, Parker Casey. For the Rams, Sammer Arafa. At 165 pounds for Johnston, Kenneth Thompson. And for the Rams, Dawson Billadu. At 175 pounds for Johnston, either Wes Weifler or Owen Gilbert. And for the Rams, Taylor Floyd. At 190 pounds for Johnston, Max Kelly. And for the Rams, Scott Smith. 215 pounds for Johnston, Trace Tecklenburg. And for the Rams, LaFoy Hall. And in the 285-pound weight class for Johnston, Tahir Gutierrez Carrillo. And for the Rams, Nate Slade. We'll be starting tonight's contest at 106 pounds.
So there you have it. We'll start at 106. Get the coin flip going here, and it'll start with Sam White, the senior from Johnston, against Amir Newman Winfrey. Again, 106 pounds. Southeast Polk touts 3 defending state champs from 2025. Eddie Woody Jr., who wrestles at 126. He wrestled at 106, won the state title in 2025. Nico DeSalvo was a champ at 106 in 24 and at 113 in 25. He's wrestling at 138 tonight. Justice Jessaroga won it at 144 pounds in 2025. He'll be wrestling at 150 and against Wyatt Odell. Still one other option out there, and that's for Johnston between Wes Wyford or Owen Gilbert. They'll wrestle Taylor Floyd there at 175 pounds as announced, and looks like we're just moments away from starting. We got the spotlight on the mat here at Southeast Polk. Student section showing up big time tonight for the Rams as well. As I mentioned, a full gym tonight, kicking off our wrestling season on CISN and the CIML with some grade A Class 3A action. Johnston coached by Aaron Tecklenburg, Southeast Polk coached by Jake Agnich.
Amir Winfrey Newman.
Both starting with some pace, getting out on the edge of the ring. Amir Newman, Winfrey Newman shoots. Good scramble there. And refs will center him back up at neutral. A lot of hand fighting, looking for that hand control from Amir. Amir gets the 3-point takedown. And he's on the board early. Counting off some near fall points for Amir. He's got Sam White in a spot here that's tough to get out of. Continues to crank. Looking for first period fall to start this duel off. And there's the first pin of the night. Amir Winfrey Newman puts the Rams on the board with 6. First period fall for Amir Newman Winfrey over Sam White. The Rams are up 6-0. Will step to 113 pounds now. Jackson Gilbert, the freshman from Johnston, will take on Jackson Vestal for the Rams. Gilbert goes for the early shot. Said there's a 3-point takedown as Vestal fends it off and takes the points. Vestal breaking down Gilbert. Doesn't want to get too high there, as he's got Gilbert's arm locked up nicely. Now he'll try and work him over. He's looking for the back-to-back pin as the near fall points get counted off for 3. Vestal oh so close to getting Gilbert's shoulders flat to the mat. Gilbert fights out of it, and he's looking for a reversal. Comes back the other way. You got 3 near fall points and then the reversal. Here's a near fall reverse opportunity for Gilbert on the edge. There's the pin and the response from Jackson Gilbert. The freshman pulls the reversal and pins Vestal. What a shift in momentum. Jackson Gilbert looked dead to rights there. Finds a way out of it. Not only gets the reversal, but gets the fall. And we're knotted at 6 in this duel. 120 pounds, Hollis Brunette in the black singlet. Elijah Johnson, the sophomore for Johnston. Double leg takedown, big throw there from Hollis Brunette. Brunette lands 3 on the takedown. Brunette trying to gather some near fall points. He's collected 2 near fall there. See if he can build on it. And here his teammates telling him to run it as he's trying to flip him with that arm in a nice lock. Looking for the pin here and another response. We've had 2 falls to open tonight's duel. 1 for each squad. Both have been first period pins. About 35 seconds left in this first period. And Johnson in a tough spot here. Brunette looking for the pin to finish it off. He's got plenty of time. Johnson, there it is. There's the tap on the mat. Brunette answers right back with a fall of his own for the Rams. That'll bring us to 12-6, a first period fall for Hollis Brunette. Michael Diet, the senior for the Dragons, now to face Eddie Woody Jr., the state champ at 106 in 2025.
Michael Diet.
the heel pick. He's got a single. He'll get the early takedown. He's going for a quick pin as the near fall. There's the pin. 9 seconds in. Eddie Woody Jr. A 9-second win by fall for Eddie Woody Jr. And he starts this season off fast. Well, don't blink in this one. We're already 4 matches in. We've had 4 falls in the first period. Now it's Ike Bierman, the junior for Johnston. He'll head up against Nash Hansen at 132. Looking for wrist control. Hansen appears to have it briefly on that right hand of Bierman. We'll work on the edge of the circle. There's the 3-point takedown for Hansen. He had double underhooks. He's able to get a little throw in on Bierman. They work out of the circle and they'll recenter. Hansen will go right back to work on top here. Up 3-0. 43 seconds into this match. Tonight's duel, the Rams jumping out with 3 falls in the first 4 matches, up 18-6. Bierman trying to climb out of it. Hansen relentless in his pursuit. Continues to keep that back control. The ref will whistle that one dead and we'll restart at center once again. Nash Hansen continues to work on Ike Bierman on the edge of the circle. Once again, with 32 seconds left, they'll return to the center of the circle and restart here. Hansen with top position. He's up 3-0 in this match with the early takedown. Bierman would like to collect at least a point here before the end. There you see it. There's the 1-point escape for Bierman. Bierman shoots, gets a single in there, but good defense by Hansen with 15 seconds left to go. Bierman trying to make this single work. Gets him down. They're saying even position. Then there's the 3-point takedown with just 3 seconds left. Bierman now takes the 4-3 lead into period number 2 in our longest match of the night thus far. Green's choice. So that is Nash Hansen. Rams wearing the green anklet. Johnston will wear the red. Hansen chooses to start on the bottom here. Trying to earn a point back and level this match up at 4. Hansen gets to his feet quickly, fights out of it, and we're at 4 apiece. Bierman aggressive, getting the double under. Works Hansen down. Now he's got to find a way to try and rotate around to the back. Going to call a stalemate there. And they'll go back to neutral on the referee's whistle. Plenty of hand fighting there. Some jousting for position as we saw it earlier in this match. Hansen wanted some wrist control. He shoots a single leg, works to the back. And there's the three-point takedown for Nash Hansen. Takes a 7-4 lead in this match. Says to outside that circle. They'll work back to the middle here and reset. Hansen's had a nice throw in there for his first takedown, then the single. Meanwhile, Bierman's just been consistent. Fought out of it the first time. And got the late takedown in period number 1. He gets out of it once again, 7-5. He's had 2 escapes and a takedown, has Ike Bierman. .30 seconds left here in period number 2. And early season matches, you're always curious how stamina is going to look. Obviously, these teams chomping at the bit to get someone other than their teammates in the wrestling room. Hansen trying to work around. They'll both drift out of the circle one more time. Another stalemate will put us back in the middle of the ring with 8.5 seconds left in period number 2. So through 2 periods, Nash Hansen with a 7-5 lead on Ike Bierman. So we head to period number 3. Bierman chooses to start in that referee's position on the bottom. An escape here will make it a 1-point match. There's the escape for Bierman. 7-6, he's got to go back to work if he wants to get the win. And at least 3 points on the scoreboard for the Dragons. Cut into the 12-point lead the Rams have built so far. Bierman circles. Certainly both wanted to work outside. Single leg shot here for Hansen. Hansen trying to build on his lead. Bierman trying to escape the single leg hold. Hansen's got it. Pretty set in. Fans want 3. Referees saying it's not quite there. They're going to call a stalemate and go back to neutral. Minute left in this match. Rams leading the duel 18-6. Also leading the match is Nash Hansen against Ike Bierman, 7-6. Hansen shoots. Good sprawl by Bierman and nearly circles around for 3 of his own. Fires again. Gets the single. Tough spot for both of them here. There's a 3-point takedown with 30 seconds left by Hansen. Patience pays off for the Rams. Hansen now just going to try and ride this one out for the final 20 seconds. Bierman looking for a late reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that'll put a bow on this match between Nash Hansen and Ike Bierman. It was an aggressive one. 10-6, the Rams had 3 points with the decision. 21-6, Rams lead.
138 pounds, Johnston, Gus Kerwin, Rams, Nico DeSalvo.
Nico DeSalvo, the two-time champ, comes in. Aggressive right out of the gates. Looking for a heel pick in there. For the Rams, Gus Kerwin, a junior. Strong on the defense. DeSalvo changing levels. Gets a single. Try and work around. Has both tangle up around the legs here. DeSalvo breaks free and gets back control for an early 3 points. No, let them continue to wrestle on as there's one count for a near fall, but nothing going there. Too far to the edge and will recenter. So a 3-0 lead here with Nico DeSalvo over Gus Kerwin. DeSalvo in the black and white singlet. Kerwin in the purple singlet. Looking for some near fall points here is DeSalvo. There's the count that'll start. 4 near fall points built up there. They'll award him the 4, 7-0, or I'm sorry, 2 near fall, 7. There we go. For 4 near fall points, scoreboard had a little issue there as we tick under 30 in period number 1. Here at 138 pounds.
That should be the second caution on him.
Salvo, quick snap, works around. There he gets back control for 3 more. It is 10-1 after DeSalvo chose to go neutral. At the end of the first period, it's a 10-1 lead. DeSalvo in complete control here against Gus Kerwin. DeSalvo shoots the single. And there's another 3-point takedown. Getting those shoulders down and looking for the pin here in the second period. There it is. 27 seconds into the second. Nico DeSalvo starts his season with a big fall, and his team in complete control here, 27-6. The Rams leading Johnston. We'll head to 144. Will Oberbrockling for Southeast Polk will take on Adino Diet, the junior from Johnston.
144 pounds for Johnston, Adino Diet, for the Rams, Will Oberbrockling.
Diet with a good bit of defense there. But Oberbrockling persistent on the attack, lands a 3-point takedown. Oberbrockling working the left arm of Diet. Now he'll try and run it. There's the near fall count. Diet just trying to defend off the pin. Oberbrockling will go right back to it. And there's the pin for Oberbrockling. A minute 12 in this one. The fall for Oberbrockling now has the Rams in complete control, 33-6. And we've been running through. This has been a sprint. Wyatt Odell will step in for Johnston against Justice Jesseroga, the champ at 144 last year. Tonight they're wrestling 150.
150 pounds, Johnston, Wyatt Odell,
Jesseroga with one underhook there on his left, gets the double. Shoots the double and lands it. 3-point takedown to start things off for Jesseroga. Couple counts for the near fall as Jesseroga looking to crank around and run this one. He's got Odell in a precarious spot here. Odell fends it off, but not before a few near fall points are counted off. Just a minute into the first period here. Jesseroga in complete control. 4-point near fall. Has him up 7-0. Try and crank that arm one more time. There's the pin. Minute 13 in, and Justice Jesseroga makes it 3 falls in a row. 3 pins in a row, I should say, for Southeast Polk. That'll take us to 157. Parker Casey for Johnston finished 5th at state last year at 150 pounds. He'll take on Samer Arafa, 157. Casey starts on the attack early here, shoots the single, flips him. There's a quick 3-point takedown for Parker Casey. He's going to look for a quick pin in this one and try and cut into this Southeast Polk lead that's just blown wide open. We've only had one decision thus far. Samer Arafa doing a good job just kind of keeping Parker Casey on his back, and looked to be in a spot where he could have been pinned there. Instead fights his way out of it. Tick under a minute. Casey looking for some back points. There's a 3, and there's the pin for Parker Casey. He starts his season strong with the fall. A minute 20 into this match. Tries to pump up the Johnston sideline and crowd as well. Duncan Billadu now steps to the mat for Southeast Polk. He'll be in the black singlet, taking on Kinnick Thompson, the senior from Johnston. in the purple singlet. Just waiting on this one to get rolling. Let's recap how we got here so far. Amir Newman Winfrey started things off with a fall for Southeast Polk against Sam White. Jackson Gilbert, the freshman for Johnston, answered back with a pin of his own against Jackson Vestal at 113. Then it was Hollis Brunette pinning Elijah Johnson, made it 12-6, and we'll recap where the rest of these matches went after this one. So we now get to Kinnick Thompson and Dockin Bilodeau. 165. Bilodeau with the three-point takedown there. Love that they moved from a 2 to a 3-point takedown. Just shows that the aggressor and the one on the offense deserves just a little bit more, especially when you get someone who gets a little defensive, gets the escape, and suddenly it used to be a 2-1 match that quickly. Bilodeau with the big throw. Bilodeau will allow the escape, and now Kinnick Thompson tries to go back to work. Senior shoots. Bilodeau sprawls. They'll work on the outside of the circle as Bilodeau shoots again, and they're off the mat. Refs will ask for them to reconvene at the middle. And we'll get right back to it. Warning for red. Started a little quick. Warning green, sorry. Ref gets out of there. No worse for the wear. Big credit to all of our referees tonight as the heel pick there from Bilodeau, I'm sorry. He'll work for a few more points here as Thompson strong on the defense, trying to get a hand in there, just ensure Bilodeau doesn't get complete control. Bilodeau trying, there's the back control he's looking for, and another 3 points, makes it 6-1 with 15 seconds to go here in period number 1. Two seconds left. Boisterous student section over there for the Southeast Polk Rams. Warning to red for an early start. Needs to wait for that referee's whistle. End of period 1. Dockin Bilodeau leads Kinnick Thompson 6-1. We'll go to the middle frame here. Red will defer to the third period. Bilodeau chooses to go neutral. Bilodeau again in the black singlet. Kinnick Thompson in the purple singlet. Bilodeau has been on offense plenty this evening as Thompson evades the takedown on the edge there. Always love the look of the overhead headlamp or spotlight on the map. Refs will confer. We've got a quick coach's protest because he felt they were still at neutral at the start of the period. 20 seconds in, they'll start at neutral. Again, everyone getting into early season form. Thompson was firing with that left out of the gate, tries the shot, nice sprawl by Billadu, and he'll try and work into his offense. Thompson looking for that heel pick, has to be careful though. Billadu has been strong on the defense and the counter. There's a three-point takedown. Thompson went for the big throw. It backfired. 1 point escape for Thompson, but we've got a 9-2 match now. Billadu is taking command of this one. They remain neutral. They'll head back there at neutral. 9-2. Doc and Billadu for the Rams, leading Knick Thompson. Thompson goes for a shot. Billadu just shrugs him off. Gets an underhook established there. Under 10 seconds now to go in period 2. Rams lead the duel 39-12. As we go to period number 3, Billadu up 9-2 still. His option, Thompson's option, he'll start down. And gets a 1 point escape. Now Thompson's gonna have to get aggressive here, down 6. We'll need at least a takedown and a trio of near fall points to tie this. Tries to change his levels there. Billadu, again, really successful on his defense on those shots. A little bit of fatigue possibly setting in here as well. First competitive match, the adrenaline gets going a little bit. Not that these kids aren't in perfect shape for this already, but again, always tough to combat. There's another big patient takedown by Billadu. Just kind of waits for Knick Thompson to make the first move, then counters it. That'll make it 12-3. Another big takedown there, 15-4. They'll drift well off the circle there, but this one has been all Billadu. As you hear, once again, the Rams faithful getting into this one. Under 25 to go in this match. 15-4, Billadu will allow an escape. He's up 10, he's looking for the tech fall. Under 10, he's got to get one more takedown here. There's the end of that one. Billadu wins 15-5. It's a major decision. That'll be 4 points on the scoreboard for the Rams, bringing them to 43-12. So we'll pop up to 175. I'm sorry, this one's going to be an option for Johnston. We'll wait to hear who is announced, but for Southeast Polk, Taylor Floyd steps on. It'll be Wes Weeford. Weeford, aggressive out of the gates, gets a single. We'll try and work that into a takedown to start this match off. Weeford has Floyd in a bit of a pickle there. Floyd's got the ankle at least. We'll try and turn it around. And now Weeford in the tough spot. Still no points. Weeford's still got a hold of the leg on Floyd, making sure that this stays neutral. Quite the move, though, from Floyd to turn that into an offensive spot for him. Both will climb out of it, or try to. And we'll go right back to where we started. Minute 5 into this first period. We're going to get a blood stoppage. Sure if it's a blood stoppage. Let's take a look. As refs will go back to work. We'll pause things as the trainer comes out, attends to it. Weeford picked something up off the mat. I'm not sure what it was. Couldn't quite see it from up here, but no worse for the wear. 50 seconds left in period number 1. They work to the outer edge of that circle. Weeford trying to get Floyd over, and it's been an entertaining start to this one. We remain scoreless. Couple snaps in there, neither wrestler able to capitalize on it though. Weeford trying to change his levels a bit, but nothing to speak of through the first period. Option goes to Southeast Polk and Taylor Floyd. Floyd chooses to start down. Weeford on top of Floyd. Floyd trying to work him over his back a little bit. Gets Weeford a little high, but he's able to fight his way out of it. Try and regain control here. There's a 2-point reversal. Strong move by Floyd. It's a 2.2 count for the near fall. They'll award him 2, and Floyd suddenly takes a 4-0 lead. Floyd trying to crank Weeford. I'm going to call it dangerous. And they'll reset. Floyd able to count off 4 points there. 2 on the reversal, and then a 2-point near fall. Just needing a quick reset there. Ref giving quick warning. Got to jump the whistle. 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Floyd has not given Weeford a way out. Floyd started on bottom at this period. We'll get another stoppage, another blood timeout. Or just a warning, it looked like, for Floyd. Weeford nearly able to reverse that with under 5 seconds to go. We'll head to period number 3. 4-1 Taylor Floyd leading West Weeford. Weeford chooses to start on bottom here. He'll try and replicate what Floyd did, get a reversal at minimum, the escape, and then get right back to work. Weeford found his way to his feet there, but Floyd chopped it down quick. Heavy wrestling, it's what Southeast Polk knows how to do when they get on top. Seen it here tonight plenty, just fast movement, but these last couple of matches have slowed down a bit. Last one went the full 3 periods for the 15-5 major decision. Now Floyd looking to crank around Weeford. Just a quick 1 count. Both wrestlers look pretty tired, and rightly so. It's been an active match. Floyd trying to bring Weeford back into the circle. Weeford trying to climb out of it. Floyd just keeps control of that ankle. "25 seconds now to go. Floyd looking for a little bit of a cradle there. Can he complete it on Weeford? He's got it tied up there. His hands break, and they'll blow the whistle as they drift off the mat one more time. 14 seconds to go. 4-1. Taylor Floyd leads West Weeford. Blood time now for Taylor Floyd. He'll get some repairs from the trainer. Likely just plug it up and try and finish out this last 14. They'll try and clean the blood off of Floyd here as well. So one more time, how did we get here? Well, we went fall, 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 fall. A 10-6 decision. Fall, 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 fall. A major. And then that's where we find ourselves. 43-12. Southeast Polk leading the Johnston Dragons. 3 matches left in tonight's duel following this one. Taylor Floyd leading West Weeford. Weeford trying to break out. And the clock will strike 0. End the period. Taylor Floyd escapes with the 4-1 decision. Tack it on to the Rams total. 46-12 now is the team points in this duel. Something to be said about these early season matches too. You can just see the exhaustion of these showdowns that go a full 3 periods. These guys continue to get in the wrestling room and get into shape for the full season, because come February you got to be in your best shape. Max Kelly, the senior for Johnston, taking on Scott Smith, 190 pounds. Southeast Polk Smith, the black and white. Max Kelly there in purple with the yellow striped headgear. Some general hand fighting out there on the outer edges of the circle. Both wanting to push the pace. Smith shoots for the single. Good job defending that off by Kelly. Kelly tries to fire for a single of his own. Scott Smith answers with some defense of his own. Both wrestlers trying to change levels a little bit, keep their opponent guessing on this Thursday night at Southeast Polk. Rams lead 46-12, 45 seconds left in the first period at 190 pounds. Started at 106 tonight. We will wrap with the heavyweights. There's a single to the double. And they'll say he got too far off the mat. What a shot by Max Kelly. Got a hold of one leg, decided let's take it to a double. But the move just got a little too far outside. Thus we stay neutral as the clock strikes 0 for the first 2 minutes of tonight's match at 190 pounds. So, Smith will wait till period 3 for his decision. Leaves it to Kelly. Max Kelly will start down. This one, the way these two are wrestling in the first period, could easily be decided by who can get an escape. Quick explanation on what the referee wants to see. As Scott Smith sets from top position. Another warning. Good on our referee for the explanation. Just wants to make sure his instructions are clear. And we begin the second period. Kelly tries to roll out of it. Smith making sure the Gator rolls don't do too much, but Kelly is able to get the 1-point escape. Both just a little bit of a tie up here. Kelly shoots the single. Good defense by Smith. Smith goes for the throw. Doesn't get it out on the edge. Similar to what Kelly had earlier in the match. Kelly has certainly shot more in this match. Smith has been good on the counter though. Nearly got the throw because there's a stall call. Looked like it was a stalling on Southeast Polk. No point awarded as Kelly fires in one more time. Smith does a good job to sprawl, but Kelly works around and gets the 3-point takedown. Kelly will allow Smith to escape and see if he can get back into his offense. 25 seconds to go in the middle frame. Kelly with another 3-point takedown on the throw. Now he's a little bit high on Smith. 7-1 this match sits Johnston's way. They'll award another stalling 1 point. It's a second stall call on Scott Smith, so make that 8-1. Kelly will start on top for the final 10 seconds of this second period. There's another escape for Smith. 8-2. Both wrestlers just look gassed here through the first 4 minutes. Smith will start down. Kelly on top. Smith has 2 minutes to claw back in 6 points. There's one chipped away, make it 5. 8-3. Kelly certainly been the aggressor, but it's been a fun match here at 190. Another tie up here between Smith and Kelly. They're going to send Max Kelly over to the trainer for a quick cleanup. Looks like a little bit of a bloody lip. Minute 20 left to go at 190 pounds. Scott Smith down 8-3 to Max Kelly, the senior from Johnston. They'll go back to neutral here. Southeast Polk jumped out of the gates with an Amir Newman-Winfrey pin. Jackson Gilbert, the freshman for Johnston, answered back, made it 6-6. And then from there, Southeast Polk flexed their muscles a bit. But here at 190, it's been an entertaining bout. Max Kelly, the senior for Johnston, shoots another, gets the single leg, trying to complete the 3-point takedown for a few more. Add it to the total. He's up 11-3. Kelly for stalling. One more of those, and it'll be a point for Smith. First time tonight we've really seen the stall call come into play. Kelly on top. Smith will break free. Tries to shoot again. 45 seconds still to go in here, and Kelly caught kind of sleeping there. Instead turns it into a double leg takedown. They'll say they're still neutral and too far off. I think both of these wrestlers just gassed right now. Again, the adrenaline of night one. Getting into wrestling shape takes time, takes these matches, and what a test it's been for both squads to start the year. As these two look like they'll go the full 6-minute match. Smith pushing a little bit here, still down 11-4. They'll tie up 10. 5. Looks like Max Kelly's going to walk out of here with the decision. If he can get one more takedown. Smith will wrestle to the buzzer. Kelly will trot away with the victory. 11-4. The decision goes Max Kelly's way. Put 3 points on the board for Johnston with 2 weights to go. It's Trace Tecklenburg, the junior for Johnston, matching up against LaFoy Hall for Southeast Polk.
Trace Tecklenburg for the Rams, LaFoy Hall.
Tecklenburg trying to keep his level low here. Certainly has LaFoy Hall in the height department. Again, we're wrestling at 215 pounds here. They'll both tie up. Tecklenburg shoots, gets a single. Good job by LaFoy Hall, though. Circle around and counter back with a single of his own. Neither no worse for the wear. Tecklenburg goes for the throw. Hall ends up on the backside in control, though, for a 3-point takedown. There's an escape for Tecklenburg. We'll sit 3-1. Tecklenburg looking for that little hip throw. And the horn will sound. After 2 minutes of wrestling, we've got a 3-1 lead for LaFoy Hall. Not a ton to write home about in that first period. Tecklenburg went for the throw. Hall defended it nicely, ends up in back control. And the 3-1 lead. Hall will break out for the 1-point escape. Make that 4-1 now for the Southeast Polk Ram 215-pounder. lot of hand fighting, a little bit of a tie-up, some wrist control in there. Tecklenburg trying to transition that wrist control up into a little bit more. Hall takes advantage of the missed throw opportunity from Trace Tecklenburg once again. Another escape, but it's 7-2. Hall in control. "15 seconds left in the middle frame. Tecklenburg shoots the single. LaFoy Hall rotates around. Gets another three-point takedown and make it a 10-2 lead. Tecklenburg trying to fire off a couple of different takedown moves, but LaFoy Hall's defended them nicely and then countered to take advantage with some points. Again, seeing some deep breaths there from Hall as he positions. Again, 10-3. 2 minutes left in this match. Rams have already sealed the team victory, the dual win. As we'll head to heavyweights after this to round out our night. It's been a fun one here to start the wrestling season on CISN at Southeast Polk with the Rams and the Johnston Dragons. Tecklenburg got the escape in there. They'll go back to the tie-up. Tecklenburg shoots a single. Hall, nimble, rotates around for another three-point takedown. He's in major decision territory. He's had a plethora of takedowns tonight. See it with that 16-5 lead, 16-6 lead now. Major decision, well in play. With that 10-point lead and 30 seconds to go. Tecklenburg tries to go for another. Hall will pivot, gets control. He's up 19-7. And they are gassed. Again, wrestling's one of those sports where you certainly understand it. It is a physical, grueling 6 minutes if you go the full 3 periods. LaFoy Hall, a big win over Trace Tecklenburg, 19-7. It's a major. And we'll finish our night off at heavyweight. For the Rams, it'll be Nate Slay. For Johnston, Jahir Gutierrez Carrillo. And this will be our final match of this duel this evening. We thank you again for tuning in to CISN. It's been a fun evening, fun way to get going into our winter sports season. Bit of a weird year. In a weird sports season, I should say, for basketball, wrestling, you name it, because of the winter break that these students have to endure. Slay in the black singlet, Gutierrez Carrillo in the purple. Heavyweights are always a fun one to watch. They can go a couple of different ways. They can be drag it out, kind of just heavy matches that end in a 1-0, 2-1 kind of score, or you can get some really active heavyweights that just want to start throwing. Either way, both technically fun to watch. Working on the outside of the circle. Stall warning there. Or a stall call, I'm sorry, on Gutierrez Carrillo. That'll give Slay a point. Slay trying to get his position there. Falls to a knee. Right back up. Both just tying up right now. Kind of stayed there most of this first period, aside from the stall call, where we sit 1-0. We'll head to the second. Slay up 1. Again, this duel all but decided. When this one wraps, we'll run through the final results one more time and then get you on your way on CISN. We'll have more action coming your way. Check out our social media for any updates on where we'll be, what we're shooting, what we're covering. It's going to be a busy winter for the CISN crews. Slay starts on top here. Gutierrez Carrillo trying to find his way out. There's going to be a stall warning on Slay. No point awarded, just the warning. There's the escape for Jahir Gutierrez Carrillo. And we're all knotted at 1 once again. That first period stall could come back big to work against Gutierrez Carrillo. Getting these heavyweights working out on the edge. And there's another warning and a stall call. That'll be another point. They want to see action. .45 seconds now to go in the second. The Rams side of the gym. Plenty to talk about. Gutierrez, they'll check on it. Gutierrez Carrillo thinks he's got 3. The ref said he's pretty far off and out of the circle. Wants to discuss it with his officiating partner. They're going to say no points awarded to the ire of Johnston. I think the argument there is if you're letting them wrestle to that point, Gutierrez Carrillo had control of the back. This match will stay 2-1, leading Nate Slay's way. 17 seconds to go in period 2. Slay goes right back to his offense. I think there's a valid gripe there. Certainly if that had gone the other way, this gym would have erupted as well. So again, early season duel, a lot of learning for the wrestlers, a lot of getting back into form for the referees as well. No worse for the wear either way though. Two minutes to go in tonight's duel. Southeast Polk Rams taking it to the Johnston Dragons. The Dragons have had a couple of bright spots though this evening. There's the escape for Slay, now up 3-1. Gutierrez Carrillo will need the takedown if he wants to get a late period victory. Both just staying a bit of a tie up here. Slay's content just riding this out to the end as he leads by 2. Gutierrez Carrillo trying to fight through a little bit of wrist control there. Can't quite get the reach on Slay's leg. The Johnston bench looking for a stall call. Gutierrez has the single leg. He's got to get it around. Can he get the back control? Nothing yet. He's got to climb out of this spot. Slay has an ankle. The crowd on their feet from both sides as clock's ticking down under 5. Gutierrez Carrillo just running out a little steam. And that's how this one will end. A 3-1 victory for Nate Slay over Jair Gutierrez Carrillo. A 3-1 decision. 53-15 is the final tonight. Johnston wins it. It started with an Amir Newman-Winfrey fall at 106. That made it 6-0. Then Jackson Gilbert wins by fall for Johnston over Jackson Vestal. Back came Hollis Brunette. He got a win by fall. Eddie Woody Jr. 9 seconds in, wins by fall as well. In a 10-6 decision, Nash Hansen added 3 points for Southeast Polk. Then Nico DeSalvo gets the pin against Gus Kerwin. Will Oberbrokling gets a win by fall over Adino Diet. And then Justice Jesseroga added another pin for the Rams. Parker Casey came back, though, at 157 with a win over Samar Arafa. And then the major decision for Dawkin Bilodeau made it 43-12. From there, 4-1 decision for Taylor Floyd for the Rams. Max Kelly answers back over Scott Smith with an 11-4 decision, made it 46-15. And then LaFoy Hall, a major decision for him over Trace Tecklenburg, made it 50-14. And then we wrap things up with the Nate Slay 3-1 decisive win over Jahir Gutierrez Carril. 53-15 is your final here from Southeast Polk. For our crew at CISN, thanks so much for joining us this evening. We hope you have a wonderful night. We'll see you for our next broadcast.